This is Azmara Tigrai. She is sheltering in an IDP camp in Shira with her little brother and father. When the war began, she was displaced from her hometown in the district of Tigrai, forced to flee with her father, who suffers from visual impairment as well as a leg injury, and her younger brother. Azmara says the journey to Shira was testing for her and her family.
They told us to go past the Tigrai river. Everyone had left us behind. My father is blind, but there was no one to help us. I was all alone. My siblings had left ahead of us. So I just followed other people that were fleeing, but we became separated with them as well. After some time, my father asked me if we were still with the group or if we had become separated. I told him we had. He then said to leave him under a shade somewhere and run to catch up with them. I told him I'd rather die than leave him behind.
Azmara, even over a year later, is caring for her father and her brother alone. Sometimes, she says they both get sick at the same time and she is forced to leave one of them behind while she takes the other to the hospital.
One time, my brother and father were sick at the same time. My father passed out due to hunger. When he fainted, I took him to the hospital. The hospital didn't have any medicine, so they weren't able to help me. I told them I went through a lot of trouble to get him here, and I couldn't bear the thought of him dying after we had finally reached safety. And my brother, his whole body aches and bleeds. The doctors told me it was due to lack of food, and that because of the siege. There was nothing they could do to help him either. They sometimes ask for food and give me what they can find, but I really can't take it anymore.
Azmara and her father would return to the shelter to find an empty home that day, with nothing to eat and very little hope.
After we came back from the hospital, there was nothing to eat here, and the child doesn't know anything, so he keeps asking me to buy things for him, but I don't have anything.
Forced to become the sole caretaker of her family, with no work and no means of income, Azmara says she has become desperate and has started to beg to feed her family.
My brother is sick and bedridden, and my father, I sit him down somewhere where he can wait for me until I come back. He doesn't move or anything, and I go out to the city and beg. People tell me I shouldn't be, while so young.
Azmara's story is that of millions of others across Tigray, who, after losing their homes to a devastating ethnic cleansing campaign, are being denied access to vital services and humanitarian assistance.